Hello, good morning. 8:44, day 36. The plot thickens. I just want to say that. Okay, so today I've had an extraordinary day so far, even though it's very early, and I just got a deep tiredness hit. That's why I look very tired, because I've been really moving through the nervous system this morning. So I knew that I was leaving. So I'm hosting a workshop in the city today. That's why I look like this. And so I need to leave at 9:30, and I want to do my practice. I want to fill my own cup before I go and host something. So I woke up pretty early, around 4:30 or something. And what I do first thing in the morning is that I consume the frequency that I want to live by, or that I want to. It's like if my frequency is here and I want to get to this frequency or this frequency or this frequency, the first thing I do in the morning is consume that frequency. And I do that by I have different people that I work with, and they produce content, and I consume their content the first thing that I do in the morning. So it's like I calibrate, because for me, it's the heaviest in the morning. That is, I feel my worst when I wake up, and I usually feel my best when I go to bed. So I alchemize a lot of energy during the day. So I use the day to build my momentum and to expand my energies over the day. So I learned that the quicker I can shift the energy, the better, by bypassing it. So in the morning, I feel everything. So the sovereignty is to feel everything and knowing that we are okay. Because what we want to protect is I don't want to feel like this. It's usually not the situation itself, it's the feeling around the situation that we don't want to feel. So avoiding to feel, and that is where we spend so much energy. So this morning, then I had a 2.5 hour transmission from one of the people that I work with, and I listened to it once, and I wanted to listen to it again. And this is why I have created the mastermind this way, because in the mastermind you get access to a lot of resources. You get access to the practices in Wellspring. You get access to all the courses that I'm recording. And it's also why I'm doing this 108 days. So the 108 days combined with the mastermind, then you will have enough content to consume, to stay in the zone, to stay in the vibe, to stay in the frequency, because we're working human to human. The teacher, therapist, guru era is over. That doesn't exist, because if you're not embodying what you're teaching, you can't teach anyone anything beyond words. And words are not, because we already know all of these things. It's like we need to be in the proximity, the closer proximity we can be in with another human that has done what we want to do, or is doing what we want to do, or being in a way that we want to be. It's like if I want to be, that's why the 5 people you spend most time with is you're an average of them. That's why if we want to change, we want to be around in a close proximity with other humans that has done the same thing, because it's a body to body transmission. It's not a knowledge transmission. And that's what we're going to notice now when everyone has access to ChatGPT. Sure, everyone's going to know, but how do you do? Knowing and doing and being is two different things, but it starts with the knowing. So it's fantastic that you know what you want to do. But if you want to really move the needle and move, because manifestation is happening from the inside, it's the state of our nervous system, it's what's stored in the fascia, what we believe is our reality, what we speak becomes truth. We are all just a living construct of what we believe is true and the imprints that we have, and we're living the life of our ancestors. And if we want to move that in create another timeline, another reality for ourselves, then there's the nervous system needs to know that it's possible. And by being together with another human, if this is the person who's done more work or is operating on another frequency, and the other person comes close, then this is going to rub off. And that is what we're going to see, because in the world of AI and the smart homes and the smart cities and this art, everything artificial food, I mean, we're already this is I'm just keep opening more bubbles, but there's just so much artificial. And when we have too much artificial in our bodies, we cancer. It's like, that's what it's like. The body doesn't want foreign things inside. And we're not supposed to have all these emotions inside either. So it's about being in close proximity with the frequency that you want to be in. So the first thing I do in the morning is I fill my own cup, and especially if I'm feeling any type of way, I choose something that I know will, and then I stay with the sensations. I am alchemizing. So I did that, and I managed to listen to the whole thing, which was really good. And that I started to shift a lot for myself. So I went to the gym and I did an alchemy session. So I started to move really deep energy inside, like at the bottom of the spine. And I went in and really with a lot of movement. And I did my air bike, and I did some kettlebells and all of this. And I started to really move the energy, especially on the air bike. I could really start to shift energy. So I had this whole alchemy session, but since I have to leave, I have time, but I don't have infinite time. So I was still a little bit time aware. So I didn't go as deep. I could have gone much deeper. And then when I was done and I was going to get my breakfast, I felt this, I have this wave of energy still processing and alchemizing and wanting to dispatch. So in retrospect, I should have gone a little bit deeper because the body was ready to release a little bit more. And I've noticed that that this is really beneficial, really, really beneficial. I feel more and more clear by the day, actually. So it's really, I've hit something here. So I'm going to continue to do that. So the sovereignty is about the trust, and the trust is the faith and knowing that I'm going to be all right, because the soul cannot get hurt, and it doesn't matter what the human experience is. The I is not going to get hurt. The body can get hurt, the ego can get hurt, but the I, the soul, cannot get hurt. And when we start to operate on that level without dismissing or bypassing anything of the human experience, and that is why my first masterclass was called Heaven in Human Form. So heaven, we are 50% divine and we are 50% human. And this is the battle. The battle is between our inner authority of the divine and the soul, and the human that is the divine is like, everything is good, we got this, we know what why we're here, this is a dangerous place, it's very scary, but we got this. And then the human goes, is like Piglet. It's like, ah! And then the unconditional love, patience. So when this can become, then we have harmony. But we will never experience that unless we kind of unlock the root and clear out, all the misconceptions and the illusions and the spells and it's like bats and and old squatters and all the things from past lifetimes and this lifetime, and belief systems, and like what people told us. And so it's like clearing the illusions of the world. So like returning on a knowing level that I'm going to be all right. And that is living from the core concept of the Bible. The message that is taught the most times is have no fear. So when you actually live by that, and you can still feel fear, that's not the thing. It's not about not feeling, it's feeling and knowing that I'm going to be all right anyway. So it's not, the problem is not what we feel, the problem is how we feel about how we feel. That's where the key is. Then feeling safe. So feeling safe and trusting, they are connected, but they're not the same. So it's trust and faith, and that's where usually God comes in, or the trust in something bigger, and the trust in the intelligence, and trust in the universal law, the trust in this bigger intelligence. And then you can call that intelligence what you want. But most people refer to it as God. Not most people, a lot of people, maybe most people, I don't know. I'm not counting. And honestly, that's not where my hang up is. And then it's the inner authority, and the inner authority is to rule and to navigate from that space, from that trust, from that knowing, from that faith, from that safety, from that. And because when we are feeling safe, then we are naturally in a happy state. So the pursuit of happiness, man's pursuit for happiness, the biggest keys of all time. And I claim to say it goes through the body. So feeling everything and still be okay, learning to navigate, and you can understand that from that place you can really conduct a lot of big energies from that space. And so this is really the core of the thing, of the body connection. This is where we want to go, this is where we want to play, this is where we want to create, because when you unlock that, you just unlock everything else. So that's what we're going to do in the sensational body course. You even started singing. Where did that come from? So this is the playfulness. This is the safety. This is the trust. So your experience, the way that you express yourself, will show where you are in your nervous system, where you are in your body, what energy are you operating from. So now when this energy is starting to land, so I noticed that I was still shaking when I did a bit of tremors, had some emotional release, And I realized like, okay, I'm going to get everything done this morning. I did my time in the morning where I filled up my frequency. I did my processing, my gym, because I do them. That's how I do it nowadays. I don't train to, I do a little bit of the normal weightlifting and all that, but I'm using it therapeutically to build up the body from the absolute core. So I'm using the weights and the exercises to create connection. If I strength train, then I'm disconnecting from that and just using the muscles and the fascia and the tendons to lift as much as possible. I'm here to move the energy, because when I have that energy activated from the start, then the strength is going to build exponentially from there. So that's my strategy. So I felt that there was still energy left in the body when I went to get my breakfast. So I was like, okay, it's going to be interesting to see how this is released. And then I had this crazy tired dump just before I came on. And all of these things used to make me completely believe that it's going to affect my performance. And today I just completely ignore that. So yeah, I see I look a little bit tired, and I feel like my whole body is shaking, but it doesn't affect. So there's like a layer. I have a nervous system layer going on right now that's not affecting my ability to speak or connect with the channel that is just keep on speaking. And that has been something in the past that I haven't been able to do. Maybe it's we will see. And this is why it's so interesting for me to do this, because I'm really stretching my own capacity and I'm going deeper into my own practices and showcasing. So I haven't had an interesting question in the Telegram group the other day about wanting to hear more about how I process in between the session, because I'm using the practices for myself. So I understand that that's interesting. I just have to see where that fits and how that would look. And I'm also realizing that I'm touching upon, there's something in my body. It's like, and now I feel some type of way of saying it. So I still have something to work through there. But it's like my body is like, yeah, we're not giving away more things for free now. That's like, now, if people, it's like the way that my work is close proximity with me, that is how I get paid, to spend my time to teach and heal and mirror and support and give of my life force to other people, so they can align with something that I have that they want, so they can rub up against me and attune. And people can do that in different ways, different speeds, different lengths, different, because maybe some people don't want everything that I have. They just want an aspect. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. But for me to spend a lot of time, because then there's a level of awareness that I need to apply to my own healing. But that's, and this is not a problem. It's just that then I need to apply a new level of awareness to my own healing, so that I share it in real time when it happens. Because now when it happens, I'm unseen. There's no one is watching me, and I don't have a process of sharing that. But that could be like because then I would share my process and my reflections from that process. I will share. I have 2 videos on YouTube that Simba and I recorded when Simba is working through very deeply with my fascia. There's a lot of our students and people that we work with that has already seen this, but I'm going to post it in the Telegram group Or you can comment here in the video, here on YouTube, if you want it. If you don't want to be in the Telegram group for some reason, you can comment here. But that's 2 videos that is very deep work when Simba is releasing a lot of deep energy in me. That's very cool. So yeah. Alrighty, Roo. Shorter today, but I feel amazing. I'm a little bit tired, but I feel very steady. I feel very, very steady. So I can feel that something is shifting inside of me. There's still something here on the left that is, and I've been working very deep in the deepest points of my being today. So I'm moving a lot of energy in the root. Very interesting. I will meditate in the car, and I'm not driving. Mom is going to take. Okay, beautiful people. So what else do we need to say today? Yeah, so all the pillars are done now. That feels very interesting. So I really feel like we're moving into a new type of energy. And I have a lot of different topics that I want to cover. So there might be like a little potpourri of different topics. We'll see if we find a connectiveness in that. I will also start to break down the multidimensional detox and go into that step by step. And I also have some other ideas. So on Sunday, so it's Friday now. So in 2 days, we will have the check-in in the Telegram group. So I want to know what day you're on, how you're feeling, if you have any challenges, any obstacles that you want me to speak to, or any topics in particular that you want me to speak to, or like questions. Because if I know where you are at, then I know what to put into the little thing we're doing. Okay. I'm so happy that I got my own cup filled before I'm heading in to do this, because I've done this. I feel good. I've done processing. I arrive into the workshop already done the alchemy. So the nervous system is just boom. It's just dumped. It's already had the boom. So now it's like, okay, I can cruise this now, because I'm shifting and changing it up with the workshop. We're doing, me and my friend Sarah, we're doing an entrepreneurial support for women in-person workshops in Chiang Mai. And last time it was really, really good. I think I shared that. It was really, really good. But I noticed that because we were in an office setting with desks and a screen, and everyone went into like corporate mode, and there's just so much fire. And so now I'm going to bring it into Phoenix Rising, and we're going to be on the floor. We're going to bring it down, and we're going to do it body connected. And we're going to, so there's a laser coaching for everyone who's coming. And we had quite some signups, and we're going to do somatic practices in between and process Phoenix Rising style. So that feels really, really good. So I love to just iterate and make things better and better and better and better and better and better and better. So it's like this compound effect. I'm going to talk to that a lot also. So that's what I'm going to do today. And yeah, all good. I will see you tomorrow, and have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for the response that I'm getting and the feedback that I'm getting. And I'm just so above and beyond that. The questions about the programs and the mastermind, and it's just, it's such a beautiful ride, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys in these closer proximity spaces and have these conversations, get to know you. You can share to me your problems and I can help you. And, we can bring clarity into things, and we bring it into the body, and we will see where you have unnecessary baggage that you are carrying, or if you just completely, if we're operating from illusions, we're not clear. So let's bring the frequency of clarity, love, and support into the spaces. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you in the Sunday space and in the Telegram group. Sign up if you're not in. Like and subscribe and comment if you wish. I will be super happy for that. Okay, now I'm rambling. Ciao, ciao.